Hello everyone, welcome to 639sportz. We're going to start off with our player of the day. Joe, who's our player of the day?
Blake Griffin.
Tell us about him.
Blake Griffin is a power forward for the Detroit Pistons. In his career, he has played a total of 622 games, and in those games, he averaged 21.7 points per game. He also had an average of 8.8 rebounds a game, along with 4.4 assists. He has a career field goal percentage of 49.8.
All right, thank you. So now to our news. So first thing is the MLB canceled the Cubs and Cardinals London series. So they were gonna have a series in London. It was not like during this quarantine. It was gonna be in June.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be June 13th and 14th. I wonder if they haven't even canceled the rest of the season. Why are they canceling series like that?
Well, I guess because it's foreign.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is a foreign trip.
So we don't want the players getting.
Yeah, but I think it's a little early to make that call.
Okay.
All right. Next, this is a big one. Tom Brady signed with the Buccaneers.
I mean, everybody's heard that.
Yeah. So the contract deals with it's $50 million for 2 years.
Jeez.
So $25 million a year. With the Pat, he was only given $15 million. Well, I say only. I'll take $15 million. So yeah, I just think it's crazy. After his whole amazing career with the Pats, that he would just up and leave like that.
I honestly didn't think he was gonna go.
I mean, you think at the end of the career, maybe he knows his career is over. He just needs the money, right? Well, he doesn't need it, but he wants. I mean, you know.
I mean, and it's kind of sad for Patriots fans.
Yeah.
And so many great quarterbacks, including Brett Favre,
yeah.
Even other players like Emmitt Smith, they went over and then they.
Yeah, they had great careers till they switched teams and they sucked.
Mm-hmm. Brett Favre did have at least a good outing with the Vikings, but like Emmitt Smith, Cardinals, it sucked. And it just kind of, you're thinking so much and so greatly about these players, and then when you start to think about their stats with the other teams, it just kind of like...
Yeah, cancels out the career. But like, you know, I don't care how good Brady is with the Bucks. You think when he retires, like 15 years down the road, you say Tom Brady, you think Pats. I mean, even if those 2 years are the best years of his career, he's a Patriot. Like, you think Brett Favre, you don't. Vikings don't come to mind. Green Bay comes to mind.
I don't think the Patriots are gonna be the same without Brady.
Oh well, definitely not.
I think it wasn't just Brady. I think Brady's gonna be an average player once he gets to Tampa Bay. It was Bill Belichick.
It was definitely
the Patriots' defense.
The defense was a huge key. Well,
Edelman.
Yeah, the we didn't really. They lost in the wild card game in 2019, but their defense, they would have maybe lost. They would have lost like 50% of the games if it weren't for the defense.
I think Brady would have stayed if Bill Belichick offered him more money.
No, I don't think so, because first it's Kraft's call, and Kraft did offer him more money. So I don't know. Yeah, so. It's really confusing. He hasn't really said much about it.
And Brady, actually, he went on the Howard Stern show.
Oh, I did see that earlier.
And he said that he was tired of being like Belichick, because Belichick is such a strict coach.
Well, yeah, but he's a good one.
Yeah, that's true. But I think he might have wanted to be more free in his decisions.
Yeah, really be the leader of the team. I get that. So, in other news, oh, by the way, Chris Godwin, receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he offered up his number. He was number 12. He offered up his number to Brady.
I think that's great.
Yeah, and it's... Joe, how many receptions did he have in 2019?
2019, 86. That's
86.
a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. He was 16th in the league for receptions. So, by no means is he any ordinary receiver. He was not... And in no way was he obliged to give up his number, but I mean, it is Tom Brady.
It's very good sportsmanship, I think.
So,
I honestly think Brady deserves the number.
Well, yeah.
But
because he's had it his whole life.
I mean,
amazing job by Chris Godwin.
Also, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coaching staff and stuff, they're gonna want Brady to be comfortable with them. They want him to fit in. So I'm sure they told him to do that. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know if it's right to say that, but because he could have just done it out of the kindness of his heart.
I think they didn't. I don't think.
But
they told him to
they
do
do
that.
want Brady to feel. They don't want to make anything to make him feel uncomfortable because they want him, right?
Yeah.
So Chris Godwin will be switching to number 14. Another news: former Saints kicker dies at age 73 of coronavirus. It's Tom Dempsey. Sorry, and he's a good kicker. He played a long time ago. He made 89.4% of all his PAT attempts.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so that was he made 252 out of 282 attempted.
Wow.
And then for field goals, it was 61.6%, with 159 made out of 258 attempted. So very good kicker.
Yep.
How long did he play for? Do you know?
I believe. Actually, we don't have that.
Because it depends on how long he played.
Yeah. Well, we have how many attempts he had. It's pretty good. I mean, you get what, like, for PATs, you get maybe 40 a year.
And back then, they either kicked it from the 2-yard line, so it's a bit easier than today.
Yeah. All right. Also,
That's a huge difference.
the NFL confirms a virtual draft this year, which makes sense because the draft is coming up the 23rd and the 25th. Which is during quarantine, so it makes sense that instead of canceling, they just do a virtual draft.
Yeah, because they'll keep the players safe. The coach.
Yeah. So and also they're not allowed. The coaching staff, they're not allowed to get together during the draft, which makes it harder. But I really don't think it's gonna affect the prospects too much.
Yeah, but
whether or not they get drafted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's set to happen April 23rd to 25th. It's new. It's new this year. I've never done anything like that before. I don't think it's going to affect anything too much. I just hope the NFL season doesn't get canceled.
Yeah.
The Rams COO says that the logo will change for the Rams. However, the uniform colors, that will not change. So I'm interested to see what the new logo will be.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna come up with. Cause if they're not changing their colors, then
Yeah. I mean, I like the colors.
I like the logo right now.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I just hope it looks cool. I
I
can't
think
wait
it's
to see
one of
it.
the more interesting logos in football.
Yeah, definitely.
But football is definitely the most diverse logos.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the Texans logo, I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I think it's like a bull and a cowboy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got holes.
Yeah.
Rodeo.
Yeah, maybe.
Texas
I don't know.
is home of the rodeo.
Yeah, obviously. So we're gonna read a little bit about what people in sports are doing to help the coronavirus. So the Knicks and the Nets, two New York City sports teams, basketball teams, they combined to donate 1 million surgical masks to the New York City hospitals, which makes sense because they're both New York City teams. So that's gonna be a good help with 1 million masks because they're running low.
New York City is like one of the most affected coronavirus
It's a hot
cities.
spot for that, so that's definitely gonna make a big mask. There's big difference because you think thousands of workers gotta wear a new mask every day.
Yeah,
it's not. They're running short. And others, did you guys want to say anything about that?
Good for them. Good for the people in New York, and I just can't wait for this to be over so we can get our sports seasons going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Podcasts will pick up too.
Yeah.
In other news about the coronavirus, 3 players in the minor leagues for the Texas Rangers organization have been experiencing coronavirus symptoms. And I think if 3 players from the same team are experiencing it, I unfortunately feel they probably have it.
Yeah.
Which isn't good.
Yes, we do.
You see where I'm coming from? If all 3 of them are experiencing symptoms and they're closely related, they probably have it.
Well, that doesn't mean it's the coronavirus that they have.
Well,
the
they're
coronavirus.
experiencing the symptoms of it.
Yeah.
I
But, like-
really hope they don't because that's just gonna make that's gonna mess up their season.
And other
Yeah, it could affect their draft.
Yeah, and other people from that organization could get it.
Obviously, I
And
think everyone on that team is been ordered to self-quarantine.
Was that the Texas Rangers
minor league team, yeah.
Yeah, and then that could affect them getting into the majors. So.
Obviously, yeah, because
it doesn't just affect their life in being sick or possibly.
Right now it doesn't affect them because, major league terms, because the season's canceled right now. Yeah. But if it goes on any longer with them and the season comes back, that could definitely affect their career. All right, so let's go to the question of the day.
Okay. So if you had to choose between two quarterbacks, would you pick current Brady or 40-year-old Peyton Manning?
So Peyton Manning was 40 years old when he retired, which his last game he won the Super Bowl.
I was watching that game against the Panthers.
Against the Panthers. Denver's Panthers. So, basically, current Brady's 42 years old right now. He slacked last season a little bit, and Peyton Manning, when he retired, won a Super Bowl. So, I'm gonna say, if I had to start one of those quarterbacks on a team, I'm starting 40-year-old Peyton Manning.
Me too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so because younger and Brady last season.
Well, not really young though.
Well,
he's younger, but.
But I mean, like, if it was 40-year-old Peyton Manning versus 40-year-old Brady, I'd pick Brady any day.
Pick Manning.
But really,
I would pick.
Yeah.
I would pick Brady.
Well, because he's such an iconic quarterback, and, like, not saying that Brady's not iconic, but, like, he was, when he retired, he was still going hard, he was still playing hard, he was still giving all of his best effort.
Yeah.
And Brady obviously was walking, and he showed that through the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
And so, if he's going to play hard like that, and Brady, I'm not saying Brady wasn't playing hard, I'm just saying he could have played harder. And so I would rather have someone that will give their best effort and play the hardest than someone who will just give some of their effort.
But
This is 2 years back from Brady, right? We're talking about.
Yeah, but at the time that Peyton Manning retired, he won his second ring. Mm-hmm. At that time, Brady already had 5.
Yeah, well, the Patriots organization, the whole Patriots were good. Well, Denver Broncos, they were
good, but
yeah.
Would they have won any of those Super Bowls if it weren't for Brady? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So
I do think so. I think they.
But if we're talking in the aspect of 40-year-old Peyton Manning versus 42-year-old Brady, I'd say Manning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So shoot some facts at us, Gia.
Okay. So, Shaquille O'Neal, or better known as Shaq.
Yeah.
Professional NBA.
Yeah, everyone knows who Shaq is.
He missed 5,317 of his three throws during his 19-year career.
19-year career with 6 different teams, I believe. I mean, think about how many free throws you shoot a year. That's actually, it seems like a high number, but it just shows you that you fail a lot, and he's still considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Mm-hmm. You know? But this is just free throws. But yeah, interesting. So, let's see another one.
In 1963, Hall of Fame pitcher Gaylord Perry remarked, "They'll put a man on the moon before I hit a home run." On June 20th, 1969, a few hours after Neil Armstrong set a foot on the moon, Perry hit his first and only hit home run.
That's really incredible.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
His first hit ever?
His first home run and last home run.
Yeah.
So he said, they'll put a man on the moon before I hit a home run. Yep. They put a man on the moon a couple hours later, he hits a home run. Never hits one again.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Obviously. So, when did he remark it? 1963?
Yeah.
Yeah. JFK had remarked that they didn't have a man on the moon before the decade was out. And they did, and Gaylord Perry, obviously, another person that predicted it.
Great pitcher, too. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see, what else?
Former pitcher Turk Wendell used to brush his teeth and chew licorice between every inning.
I mean, if you're going to chew licorice, I guess you got to brush your teeth.
Yeah. Don't want to get cavities or whatever.
I mean...
brushing your teeth
do they have, like, sinks in the dugout?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they got all kinds of stuff in there.
The only 2 days of the year which there are no professional sports games, are the day before and after the MLB All-Star Game.
And we are aware, we already covered the fact that there are only 2 days a year without sports. But what I didn't realize is they're before and after the MLB All-Star Game.
Yeah, obviously the MLB has the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So they're not playing.
But I guess every league does.
Yeah, and then season's starting, like it's kind of in the middle of summer.
Mhm.
So like football season's just starting up, and
Yeah.
like other seasons are coming to a
Off-season,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, coming down.
Yeah, so it kind of marks that switch between spring and fall.
Yeah. So, no sports there. So, couple things. So, we do have an Instagram account now. It's the same as our YouTube channel name without the space. So, it's just 639sportz, no spaces. And obviously, there's no games for us to tell you about because all the seasons are canceled.
Corona.
Yeah. So, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again.